Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls PvP and another weapon showcase. This time I am using the Dragonslayer spear, which you get by bringing any +10 spear or thrusting sword, and the Soul of Ornstein, if I said that right, I don't know, people always have argued over that. Anyway, bring his soul and any +10 spear or thrusting sword to the giant blacksmith and having him make it for you. Now, this spear is really fun to use, and you know, it's kind of frowned upon, which is unfortunate. It's got a very good moveset in my opinion, and you know, you really don't see its R2s ever used. 90% of the time, 95% of the time even, you'll see people just two-handing this thing and spamming away with the R1, and I'll admit I've done that, and I do that in this video. I do. It's just, you know, it's a spear. What are you going to do? There's a time and a place for its R2s, definitely, but you know, can't really help the R1 spam sometimes. It's just the right thing to do at times, you know? Can't complain about that. Anyway, moving on. This weapon, it's somewhat frowned upon because of its extremely long reach. It's one of the longest in the game, and people will react in kind. They will react differently because it's a long weapon, and it's got a fairly good damage output, and it's a spear, and you know, people don't like fighting spears, and I get that. So, if you're going to be using this, that's something you should just pay attention to. People will be reacting differently when you're using this as opposed to, say, crescent axe. So, yeah, that's a thing. Now, this weapon has a weight of 10 units, it requires 24 strength and 24 dexterity, no faith requirement, even though this weapon has a B scaling in faith. Interesting, in my opinion, but moving on from there. In addition to its B scaling in faith, it also has a C scaling in strength and a B scaling in dexterity. And if you really think about it, none of those scalings are bad. Those are all pretty good and have a major effect on its damage output. For me, this weapon has an AR of just under 500. It's on a dedicated build for this spear and a straight sword, so it's using all of the scalings I can possibly use for it. And because of that, I mean, it's got a pretty good AR. Now, moving on from there, you'll notice its damage output, it's not too great in most cases, but it adds up fast. Just because, you know, it's a spear, its attacks are fast. I mean, 300s, they're not the best, but it is what it is. So right there, man, that health, so close, such a close fight. It was a fun one too. You know, Dragonslayer spear versus Moonlight Greatsword shooting R2s at each other. It's fun. It's all in good fun. But anyway, moving on. The pros and the cons of the weapon. I would have to say that the biggest pro, of course, for this weapon, it's going to be the reach. This thing's got insane amounts of reach. Understandable, it's a spear, it's one of the longest in the game, and, you know, that's the biggest pro. Other pros would be the speed. Its R1s are incredibly fast, but it's also got the pro of having a good moveset. Its R2s have a time and place, and they're very useful. Its one-handed R2 can be used to chase people, well, not chase people, but hit people who are running away, and its two-handed R2s are good for hit trades if you have enough poise to manage it, and the second of its two-handed R2s will launch people up in the air. And that's really satisfying when you get that, you know, done. You can also turtle poke with it, as you just saw, and you will see a few times later on in the video, and overall, it's got a really good moveset. Other pros of the weapon, I would have to say would be the fact that its one-handed R2 attack, that only decreases your durability by 20 for each use. And this weapon actually has a fairly high durability, so that's really not going to run out anytime soon. So that's definitely a good thing. Other than that, there's really not that many pros, other than the fact that its R1 spammability is good and all that stuff that goes with it. Its damage output is pretty solid. It's definitely got a good damage output because I'm taking advantage of all the scalings that it has. Now, the cons. I would have to say that the biggest con for this weapon would be a toss-up between its weight being 10 units. I mean, there are spears that weigh less than that and do just as much, if not more damage, and can work with the Leo ring, so that's definitely a con. Also, another con would be the fact that this does split damage. Because of that, even though it's got an AR of almost 500 for me, it's still only hitting roughly 380, 300-ish damage, 300 some odd damage. Overall, it's not too great as far as the damage output is concerned. Right there, I hit him in an instability frame and it hit 364. So that kind of shows, you know, its damage output isn't the greatest. But it's fast, and that's what matters. So, overall, it's a fun weapon to use. Its moveset is really good, and people don't take advantage of it enough, but that's just my opinion. So, anyway, this is the last fight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time.